I just want to show you guys it is possible to put a older truck seat. I believe this was a 94 or 93, and I was sick and tired of having seat problems. The seat wasn't even that bad for some reason, but whenever people jumped in, they always jumped right here and the foam was wrecked, and I tried to repair it with some foam from a craft store, but it wasn't the right density, and even with all the glue and the fabric, and I stitched it and everything, it still makes my left hip feel funny. Whenever I hit a bump, I would sink down more on this side, or when this wasn't fixed, it would just be like metal, or it was a hard spot right there because I was a lot lower and there was a metal piece underneath. So it was very unfortunate because I like the captain's chairs. I'll show you the middle, the center console. Obviously, I'm gonna miss this thing, and the cup holder is very convenient, but I could give that up for the old style. Let's see, there we go. So when you take the bolts out, you basically take out the left and right seats, and then this middle one just has one bolt holding down the seat belt component to it. But here on the sides, yep, so this is the star that holds in your seat belt strap device, and there's a wire that goes to the driver's side one, but these are just the sleeves that hold it in place on the newer trucks, so that way you can always find it, because the older trucks it would just flop all around on the end of the fabric. So I'll show you, I'll show you how I set these up. So basically I pulled the part with the fabric out of those plastic sleeves, and then I put wire around it. Let's see here. So what I did is, even though this is probably not rated correctly for, you know, life-saving, it is a seat belt, and I can tell you, you can hang on just one of these wires. So these three should be enough. I wrapped them around the bolt, tightened down the nut, and obviously I reinstalled all my existing bolts and nuts so that I could go back to the original seat. But I had to drill and tap. These are the bolts that I used. It's very thin metal, where these front ones are, these bolts go into a nice thick piece of like welded on material, nut material on the bottom, and so there's lots of threads for this, and obviously that's doing nothing for me now because I'm mounted to this over here. Let's see. There, so there's my bolt, and I had to, you know, drill and tap that and everything, and that was kind of a lot of trouble, but because there's fiber, and so the fiber got caught up in my tap. But the angle on this metal was all correct. So this piece right here was in fact correct angles to install on this newer truck, based on sort of the body interior, you know, forming design. So actually this thing is ultra perfect and comfortable now, and I'm so happy, and I can use my regular seat belt just like I had been, right? Except it's floppy now. And to be honest, I haven't been using my seat belt. But I have it in case I want it. And I can shorten that up if I want to. I'm probably gonna have to shorten this up. But to be honest, I don't actually use the seat belt. It's really annoying because it doesn't retract properly, and you have to feed it like this every time. And then I get in and out of the truck so much, I don't like that light, so I unplugged it. But there you go. So you know it fits. 1994, 2001. So, and they say that you can put the newer years in there as well, but the newer years, a lot of them are electronic, or what you find at the junkyard is that they're totally trashed already, versus these awesome bench seats, which, even though this is actually foam inside, these seem to be extremely durable and long lasting, and they don't give you that whole crooked in the hip feeling. Even if this is really low right here, I have another truck with a really worn down side on this exact style of seat, and it doesn't give me that trouble. So there you go, that's the information, and I wish you guys all the best of luck.